bit of a maze getting back here. Obstacle course. Got my little sound muffler things just to suck up bass, and then I let it go to the outside of the room. I used to close the room, but I noticed that it sounded better. It's kind of like what John Bonham did on with When the Levee Breaks. He was under a stairwell in a house, and they just got it. He's an amazing drummer, though, and got to be great to really sound great. I'll sound okay. All right, I've gotten everything tuned. I would show you how to do that, but that's another concern. I have a couple videos where I show how I do it. It's very simple. And I didn't do too much because I didn't want to mess it up. Everything sounds right. I had to rig up the snare drum because the snares, the thing that holds it, the clutch and all that, is one of the screws fell out. So I had to tape that up to get the snares to sit on the bottom of the head. And I got them up higher than usual. It sounds really good. Very responsive. Now, review. Let me drink water really quickly. I've been practicing in here, setting up the mics, fine-tuning the mics and the drum placement of everything so I don't whack anything, waste time, you know. I really feel like this will benefit from all the extra practice I did. Going forward, I'll do it like this instead of trying to rush into the takes. Just practice more before taking. All right, so final checklist. I've got 4 inputs, right? And I've checked all of them. One of them's going into the rain. Comes back to input 1. I have the gain off, and I have the channel down to about 82%. I've got everything else at 100, and I can check that by hitting Pan EQ. My master is the most important. That's at 100. Now I'm going to get to the channels. Sorry, pollen's gotten to me today. And those are all set at 100 as well. Well, not all of them. Number 1 I have at 82. I just guessed that. 100 was at, the second one was at 101. I rolled that to 100. And the last one was at 106. I rolled that back to 100 as well. And now I'm going to just boost the gain a tiny bit because that's how I've been getting the levels, is at 106. Okay, and I need to be at 100. That's that. Now I'm going to check effect and make sure I have dual mic number 26 big shape engaged on inputs tracks 1 and 2. The inputs are 1 and 2. Track 1 and 2, and I'm not going to edit it because I like the amount of compression it provides on the snare drum. On a vocal, I might edit that, and you've seen me do it if you've watched any of these videos. If not, when I get around to vocals on this tune, which hopefully will be soon, I will show you how that's done. So, there's only 2 effects. The effects are applied on this mic, and those are primarily snare and the left side of the kit. On this side of the kit, no compression, nothing. No effects. Sounds great though when it's all together. You can also pan out left, pan out right, you know, create a split. With the zoom, because it's digital, you can always do that later in the mix. This is at 3 inches. I've got it pitched slightly downward towards the stick, where the stick hits the middle of the drum head. I've got this ride cymbal right over this tom, the 16-inch tom. I'll be using part of that whole bit. And mics are placed. Let's check it one more time. Check it nice. Alright, here we go here. Uh-oh. That's not good. It's moved somehow. Okay, this is wrong. Must have moved it with the cymbal. I moved the cymbal to get out of here and it must have moved it. Oh no, that's better. Okay, just a little bit more. So it's just kind of a constant balancing act of checking everything, double checking everything. That's darn close. Sorry. These sticks slip on the head a little bit when you're going back and forth because they have paint on them. I noticed that. The other one, I think, grips a little better. And that could be stupid because that has a finish on it too. No, I think it does. It stays a little better than the painted bottoms. Who knows? The painted sticks feel good. I like them. I don't know why. I like the way the lacquer smells, and they feel good in my hands, like extra smooth, more than regular sticks. Never would have thought I'd love these sticks so much. These are a little worn out. You know what? I'm gonna put a new pair together. Save those for practice. Where are my sticks? I got a box of sticks in there. There it is. So that set, I will retire for practice purposes only. Aha, look how nice and fresh that looks. Brand new set. Look at that, Big Firth. These wonderful Steve Gadd sticks. Man, I'm a total convert believer in these things, man. They are cool. Oh, they feel so good. Nice treat to have brand new sticks on a new song, on a new drum track. All right, so let's get this, man. Let's get this. It's time to, prep, psych myself up. All right, here we go. Sorry for all this sniffling, snorting noise. It's disgusting. Okay, here we go. I'll make sure this is out of the way, the little headphone bit. I usually like to unplug, but I don't have good batteries today, so we'll take our chances with power. I think it'll be okay. This is not a very hi-fi recording in the first freaking place. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Sorry. My ear started itching like the first second this thing started. That's always happens, like you'll get an itch or something stupid that you can't correct that forces you to focus on that instead of to take. And I messed up those. The guitar is all off on this thing, so I'm trying to follow the light of the metronome than the stupid guitar. And I thought about retracking the guitar, and I was like, how much time could you waste trying to get that right, and it's still goofy. So, make the best of it. Let's rip. was a good take until I goofed the end. Man, I can't believe it. I know I goofed up somewhere else though, I could tell. So I'm not going to cry about it. Let me just make sure it sounded correct in my ears. I don't have that speaker hooked up yet. Good. It's going to be good. Just wanted to go over that last bit. All right, let's don't do that again. Come on. See if something's going to start itching. It's pre-scratch. I'm trying to do a pre-scratch. See if anything else is going to start itching. Okay, I think it only starts itching when you hit record play. First fill. I didn't bounce off the snare quite right. It's like bleh, boom, bleh. Okay, the only thing I'm worried about is the end. I think I hit a cymbal weird. Okay, there's a slight goof right there, so why even bother with it? Just get on with taking it again. I turned off the guitar, sorry. Well, that's a longer song for me because it's it's 5 minutes long if I let the cymbals fully ring out. Now you lose about 5 seconds off the beginning, and you'll lose another probably 20 off the back end. So it's like 4:30, 4:40. Song's like 4 minutes and 40 seconds. I usually clock in at like 2:50 to 3:30, something like that. Okay, let me just listen to that last bit. That's what this cymbal's slow, so it makes me think I'm off, you know, because it's a ride. Hold on. So I think I'm not on beat, but as long as the bass drum slams. That's good. And especially if I'm not trying to be on that other guitar, that thing sounds terrible. I'm going to take it again. See if the camera's still running. Yeah, I'm going to take it again, and if I can beat it, great. If not, I'll keep it. And the way you do that, so I just played the take, and it says undo, right, as a potential option. I'm just going to rewind, play over it. If I listen to that one, I like it better, I just keep it, turn off the machine. If not, I just erase that one, and this one's still here. Okay, I'm not sure where the camera dropped off. That was a good take, except once again the ending got foiled. So, and when I went back to the other one that I was saving, it sucked too. So, darn it, I just set the headphones right on the, let me check and make sure I didn't goof it all up. Yep, I did. So don't put your headphones on the actual faders, you might move them. I now have the snare crept all the way up to 94. It wasn't getting hammered, I mean it wasn't hitting the peaks as well as the rest of them were. Alright. Let's get this done. Whew. Starting to get hot in here. So I could just undo everything. I'm not keeping any of that. Undo, undo. Here we go. first one was already bad. I'm gonna drop this leg a little bit. Yeah, that's it. That'll keep it from hitting that rim. Undo, rewind, back. Yes! Victory! Woo! Maybe that sucks. I don't think so. Let me turn it off. Shoot. I hope that one's a good one. Alright, let me listen to this and I'll hook it up. Or I might do that tomorrow. It depends on what time it is. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right. That was a good take, at least for me. I know drummers out there will be like, good Lord, guy, is that your take? But, you know, it is my take. This is what I can do right now, and I'm documenting it. And what's great about the channel is that as the years go by, if I get better, I'll be able to see the progress, you know, and that's the goal, is to get better with each record, become a better tracking drummer. Now, if I were to go, you know, do studio time, I'd get a real drummer, and you know, there's lots of them that are, everyone's better than me, so. But that's not the point, you know. Point is to DIY. If you're a home recordist, you don't always have access to drummers or people that are willing to put this much time in on your own little project or whatever, you know, and you're outside of the band circle, you got to make do. So this is how I do it. But I think I got a good take. I listened to the whole thing. And I used to take this home and like obsess over it, but what I'm going to do is just leave it here. It's too late to do a playback, at least for you guys or you people. But I don't have any qualms about what I have. I was worried about this whole that turning out correctly, and it's cool. And I love the way the crash on the ride sounds. It's just like really orchestral sounding. And it's good. It was fun. It's a fun part. And the main thing, my takeaway, as far as like things I can do to make my life easier and do better next time, is that the practice going in made a huge difference. The last few times I was taking on these videos, I didn't fully have control of the tune. So I was like hanging on by the seat of my pants, and you can tell the completed tracks are not quite as, you know, definitive or authoritative as this one. So once again, it's all about the work. I was when my kids, my two older sons, they're now 20 and 18, but when they were like, I don't know, I guess they would have been like 11th grade and like 9th grade, something like that. The three of us, and my daughter as well, she played the mom, one of my daughters that was old enough, and we did Death of a Salesman, and it's one of my favorite plays, and that production came out, I think 1985 on television, I believe on CBS. If you ever want to look that up on YouTube, it's absolutely stunning. The actors, all of them, that main cast, unbelievable. The mother, I'm forgetting her name, she was in several great movies, Heaven Help Us, a couple other films. She's outstanding. She might be the best one. Malkovich is great. The other guy who ended up in the film Avatar is in it. Dustin Hoffman, obviously, one of the all-time great method actors. But the point of the film that I wanted to, or the point of the play, because we read the Arthur Miller play, and then it's a beautiful rendition. It's like, you know, no word for word of Arthur Miller's script. But the thing I wanted them to take away from that viewing, and I made them read it, we did like a performance, was that first I wanted them to see how amazing all these people were, and Arthur Miller and all that. But, and the actors and the set design, and it's just glorious. But I wanted them to understand that the guy who ended up as a failure was the salesman, because he lived his life as a fraud, and he was afraid of work, and he was a liar. And I wanted them to understand that Charles Durning's family had success in life, and the reason is because they were willing to work hard, and that's all they considered, instead of putting, and also the main thing was that Durning put his focus on merit and the things that you bring to people, as opposed to charm. And in the case of Dustin Hoffman's family, he's telling the boys, hey, just, you know, bluff your way through it. I'll charm the next guy, and your good looks and your your winning personality will see you through. And I think the main emphasis that you can take from a story like Death of a Salesman is that ain't the way. The way is discipline. Doesn't mean you have to work all the time. In fact, you don't want to work all the time. You want to have balance. But if you want to be great at something, and you want to be worthwhile at it, and not be a dilettante or like some kind of dabbler, you got to commit. You got to put the time in. You got to do that homework. Got to work. And work doesn't have to be boring or lame. Work can be amazing and beautiful. All right, enough of my yakking. Next time.